What is up, everyone? JD here. Well, it finally happened. After 2 years, the aftermarket Omega spring on one of these has broken. So we're going to jump into it, take a look at the damage, and go ahead and install a new spring. Let's jump into it. All right, guys, I get asked a ton about how the strong, thicker steel springs that I installed on my Bugout are doing. And I'm always like, man, I'm going to jinx myself. Well, it finally broke. So I'm pretty sure feeling it. I think it is this side that broke. This side feels sloppy. This side feels a little bit more robust. So I am going to hope that I can just get away with removing the pocket clip side, get in there, get the spring replaced, and get out. I'll show you guys how to do that. And then I will, in this video, in the description, I will link where I'm picking these springs up from for you guys. They're on Amazon. Sometimes they go in and out of stock, I have seen. So that link may fail, but it should potentially direct you towards something similar to it. So with all that said, let's go ahead, grab our T6, and you're going to need a T10 for the pivot, if I recall correctly. And you will need to, regardless of which spring, you will need to take the pocket clip screws off and get underneath of there to get to the hardware that is keeping this together. And boy, that was in there snug. I get asked a lot too about these scales. These are the Applied Weapon Tech scales. I don't know what the Tiffany blue is that they're using. Yeah, that's the titanium pocket clip. That is not going to stick, JD. I can't remember the name of the color, guys. You always ask me. It's, they've been on here for a long time, so I really don't remember what colorway they are, but it's like a Tiffany blue in person, in case you were wondering. So we're almost in there. I'm hoping that this is going to be, oh, I missed one, going to just be this side only that snapped. And if it's not, we're going to be taking the other side off to get in there. All right, let's take that one off. Oh, that was a little loose. I'm gonna need to throw a little, I think I need to throw a little thread locker on that one. All right, moment of truth. One more screw. I always forget how many screws are actually on this thing. All right, now we're gonna have the moment of truth. Okay. Let's see here. That is so strange. It actually isn't. Something feels a little off with this one, though. Let me see here. It doesn't appear to be broken. Oh, yeah, I see it. Looks like, or is that just dirt? No, it looks like there's a little bit of a, I don't know. It looks like there's a little damage right here, but it could just be dirt. No, it's staying there. The spring feels a little soft compared to, would it be this one? I think it'd be this one. That one feels a little bit better. Doesn't feel awful. I wonder if I can see the other spring. I'm almost reluctant to replace it because it feels fine. All right, well, let's get all the way in here. Take a look at the other side just to make sure, I've already got it apart. So I don't know why it felt like something was slightly off when I went in here the other day. All right. Well, you can stay on there. I don't really need you right now. What I need, actually, I do need you. I take that back. I need you so I can pop out the pivot. Ooh. And take a look at this spring. Ah, it was this side that's broken. Okay. So glad I got in here to take a look at it. I had the wrong spring as failing. This one is definitely broken. You see the damage there? It actually just finished breaking the rest of the way. So it was broken right here. So that is the spring that has failed, unfortunately. All right, let's go ahead and replace it. Oh, easy there, Tiger. Easy. Okay. Woo, this is a strong spring, without a doubt. Let me try my right hand, because I am struggling left-handed. There we go. Much easier. All right, so this is the tricky part, is keeping the blade in place while keeping the bearings, the washers, I'm sorry, in place, and trying to get this to funnel through. You may need to try to break the bar on this. All right, to try to keep this from moving around on me so much, I am going to go ahead and try to attach this side first. I'm going to try to install both scales before I finish pushing this pivot all the way through. I don't know if that'll work. If it does, I will definitely edit to let you know that I'm going to skip ahead shortly to a faster way to do this. But I'm thinking that maybe with both scales fastened in place, I'm going to have an easier time. I'm hoping. All right, let's grab one of these top screws. I will save the one that I pulled off of here in case the right side ever breaks, but I wanted to go ahead and just install both of the new springs just to see how much longer it'll go. But I'm pretty impressed with that. 2 years on that one. I don't know if it got damaged in some way, shape, or form, but it looked like it had a little bit of a kink going on. So we shall see. All right, let's see if I can finagle this now. It looks like it's partially in there already. Was I already that close? Actually, this might work. Yeah, that worked. Okay. That was a little bit more round, a little bit easier to install. All right, let me check my that feels a little too tight. This too will also affect the action of your bug out depending on how tight you tighten that stop pin screw. But I am definitely glad that I jumped into the other side to see that this spring on this side had broken. We definitely have the beefy springs in here for sure. I can tell also by the goldish color on them. All right, let's just check real quick. Oh yeah, that feels much better. We're centered. There's definitely play because we haven't installed the last screw. All right, let's go ahead and throw a little thread locker on this. Felt like it had backed out a little. Trying to get it all on the threads that I can. And then what I'll need to do is just let this sit for overnight. All right, let's see. I need the pocket clip. Yeah, I need the pocket clip. I can't hold it. I'm bouncing all over the place, guys. All right, let's see here. Grab one of the pocket clip screws. Trying to take care so I'm not purposely scarring up my scales. And get that started. I'm going to hold off on tightening that down. And then do the same thing here. And then we can tighten that down because I already did that body screw. Okay. Now I need to adjust. All right, that is too tight. Okay. Felt it move a little too tight. I'm going to also check these. You got to do very, very small. That one's too loose. That very small adjustments. Oh, yeah. Yeah, just a little bit more of an adjustment here. It still has the mush because of the way that this is built, but I can tell it's definitely feeling like it's stronger. I'm wondering if I had the ones that Benchmade threw on here still, because this one broke. So the ones that are on there now are more gold in hue, and they feel a little bit stronger. So maybe it's been 2 years on the replacement springs that Benchmade threw on here. I'm not 100% sure, but it's pretty common here to have them snap like where it's snapped. I'm going to hang on to this one. It's always good to have extras. I also have another set downstairs. I'll probably order an extra set just in case. This feels like it could be tightened up somewhere. I think that moved just a little. Yeah, there it is. No play. Nice and drop shut. What is today? All right, so it is 1/20/25. I've installed newer, beefier springs on here. I really do think these may have been 2 years on the factory springs, just because it has that silver hue to it. And the ones that I installed today actually appear to be slightly thicker in appearance. But this is kind of common with the Bugouts, so keep that in mind. I will keep you guys updated. Feel free to ask in the comments on the last video. I think people had asked me how long it had been with those springs, and pretty sure it's been 2 years. Finally broke down. I would recommend a rounder tool for the install, and then what helped me this time was making sure I had both Omega springs installed, and then I bolted the cartridge down, and then that kept everything in place, and it seemed to come together a little bit easier this time than trying to leave a tool in there and finesse it through. Let me know if you have any question, guys. Again, I'll link it down below for the aftermarket Omega springs, and then I'll link the Applied Weapon Tech's website for the scales. You guys ask about that. This is just a titanium pocket clip that I literally picked up off Amazon, so I'll link that as well. And then I did buy the all blacked out hardware because this had the polished hardware with the green, This is the Blade HQ exclusive, and then I did my own acid etch, but that acid etch is long gone just because I've used this so much. Hopefully this video helped you. If it did, a like would be appreciated. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. I'd love to have you follow along as the channel grows. Special shout out and thanks to my channel members out there. Love you guys. I'm out of here. Hope you have a great week. Catch you next time. Peace.